Well, it's a pleasure to have the three of you here today. Between you all, you've been some of the greatest sporting events in history and all over the world.
Lovely.
How special, though, is non-league and the FA Cup?
We love it, don't we?
Well, I think we've all got a background in lower league football to an extent, haven't we? Everyone
playing football to a very high level.
Yes, yeah. But that's you would have watched a lot of non-league football. You would have watched a lot of lower league football as well. And I think we've certainly been here today. I think we all appreciated it. We all appreciate what the FA Cup means to this level of football. I think we've never, us three. There might be others who might dismiss lower league football. But it's not. It's an extremely special time, and we only need to look at some of the players that have come through over the last few years from non-league football and rose to the very top. So yes, we all know how good a standard it is.
Obviously, I never played the game to a high level, but this is my level of watching. I'm a Crawley Town fan, and for years growing up, I watched us in the Beezer Holmes League and Dr. Martin's Premier, winning the Sussex Cup. So that's. The fact that my team now are in League Two, that's very alien to me, because that was the level of football that I watched growing up. I used to love watching them take on Merthyr Tydfil and in the 18th qualifying round of the FA Cup. So that's why we really love coming to.
This is what it's all. This is what it's all about. This is about. It's a cold day, it's Saturday afternoon. You've got to roll your sleeves up. If you want to get to the second round, you've got to do something that you normally wouldn't do. You've got to go the extra yard, and it's just. The FA Cup is so important, and non-league football needs this, to stay down. It's fantastic.
I love that story even from last night, Hyde United. You've got Tom Pratt, who's playing up front for them, and 2 hours after the final whistle, he went to do the night shift in a warehouse.
Yes.
I mean, people say that, why are you picking that out? It's a cliche. It's not a cliche. That's what it is.
My brother played non-league. He played actually for Hyde United. My brother as well. My brother's a prison warden. He had to give up playing non-league football because of his work hours and the job that kind of took over his life. So my brother had a 15-20 year career playing non-league football, mostly around the northwest and Midland football. But so I understand what it meant to him.
He must hate you.
No, my brother was unbelievable as a footballer as a young. My brother was a great goal scorer as a young, and then he turned into like a vicious centre half.
Sounds familiar.
So, and what Ken will tell you that when you've played all the leagues from the very, very bottom non-league all the way through the professional leagues as well, because I started at the bottom. I played with Barnet, played for Kings Lynn, played for Wickham, and then you come through the league, Division 4 when it was started professionally back then. It's difficult to get success in non-league football. Very, very difficult.
Well, it's difficult to get success at any level.
Yeah,
of football,
it is.
I think we all accept that. Yeah. Given that my medals that I've got at home now.
But between us, we're not very good.
Between us, we've got 2 FA Cup final appearances.
That's it. I'll take that.
It's very easy to dust the mantelpiece. Not much to do. Sorry, we're very chat. We're just smog pressure. Gone on forever. Sorry.
We're here for Football Focus on the road today. Why Boreham Wood?
Why Boreham? Well, that's Dan's executive. So Dan's.
Do you know what we said? The decision we always make is. What's our Friday night game, and then where do we go for Football Focus? And obviously we do it in conjunction with BT, who pick some other games as well. But it's somewhere we've not been before, so we always like to go somewhere a little bit different. The only one that we did do was when we went to Salford City twice, because they had 2 unbelievable draws in the first round and the second round.
But we were showing bias to the class of '92 then.
Everyone thinks there's a political reason behind it. I think the fact that Blackpool have got the rich history and the sort of situation the club are in at the minute, and then we haven't been to Boreham Wood before, and we love to showcase the teams that are not only playing good football, but also the fact that you've got the Arsenal connection. The fact that you've got this academy here with so many people coming through the club, and so many kids are out on the pitches this morning, and you've got the classrooms, and you've got all that 21 teams to look after for the lady in the kit room whose name escapes me. What's her name?
Loretta.
Loretta. That's why I met Loretta in the kit room. So I think all that, throw that all in together, and you've got a great recipe for, from a Football Focus point of view, an hour to build up to the game, and then hopefully everyone who was here enjoyed it, and people got into it as well.
And you've got the best pitch outside the Championship. That is unbelievable.
Managed to drop that one in early, didn't he?
No excuses, I'm afraid, Luke.
Yeah, it's an incredible pitch. And what are your thoughts on the club as a whole? The supporters, the pitch, the ground.
Terrible.
No, what I would say though, this Boreham Wood in general is not non-league as I know it, because Dean's talked about the pitch, talked about the clubhouse, talked about everything around the club.
Feels very professional, doesn't it?
Yeah, some of the non-league clubs that I would have been at, particularly if I would have been, I mean, I started at Preston, we would have had a lot of pre-season friendlies against non-league clubs, and the standard of club wouldn't have been to the level that Boreham Wood's at. So I think it's a credit to everyone at Boreham Wood, the infrastructure that's been put in place, everything here now you can see. It's almost as if it's built towards league football in many respects. Now, I'm not too sure whether that's a step too far yet. I don't know the ins and outs of the place, but you certainly see a very, very good club here.
The difference is you've got brick-built changing rooms. We were in porter cabins, you know, and they'd only just been painted, and the paint on the walls was still wet. The room we're in now, chatting to you, there's computers everywhere. We didn't see any computers when we were playing non-league. I think the setup here is fantastic.
I remember those urinals at Cambridge. I mean, they're beautiful.
Oh yes. One between 24.
Have you ever been on the back of any giant killings between you?
No, do you know what? And luckily enough, I would say, really luckily, there was never a club that came in and gave us a really hard time. I think every game that I would have had that would have gone out of the cup competition would have been to at least equal standard, or certainly playing the same sort of league that we were in. So fortunately enough, I didn't have a club that came in. And the worst thing about it is people talk about the humiliation, yes, but mentally it scars you going forward, I think, because it's always in the back of your mind when you have these FA Cup games coming forward for future careers.
And you know for those moments as well. I played for Cambridge United in 2 quarter-finals, one against Arsenal we lost, one against Crystal Palace we lost, but the one to get to the quarter-final we beat Sheffield Wednesday. Ron Atkinson was the manager, I was playing for Cambridge United, scored 2 absolute worldies, but let's not talk about that.
He doesn't like to mention it.
that got him £1 million to Man United that day.
Come on! You can't beat a volley off the shin.
But honestly, forget about these two. I was playing for Hazelwick School in the final of the County Cup against Thomas Bennett, who were the overwhelming favourite.
Right, of course.
I mean, I don't like to mention the double that I managed to score. One with my bum, one with the back of the head. And in the Crawley Observer the next day, it said the game turned at the start of the second half with 2 fantastic goals from David Wacker. I've made such an impression they couldn't even get my name.
Yeah, too big a ball play centre half.
Yes.
Well, that's like in the mould of Rio Ferdinand, reading the game, coming out, stepping into it.
I've got a lot.
You know what? I've played with Dan.
Be nice. I'll do as I'm told. I can play with this guy. Just do as I'm told. Give it to me.
You spoke with Dean, Tom and Luke beforehand. How, as a player and as a manager, do you get up for a match against sort of such an esteemed side?
Dean didn't say much, did he?
No, Dean was pretty quiet. I'd hate to play by the side of him, by the way. He says nothing at all. But he says
he's loud during the match.
He said, does his talking on the pitch, which is fair enough. And you know what, when you've got a game coming up, you don't really want people pulling you left, right and centre to come onto the television. You want to get your head ready.
They said all the right stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They're ready.
I think the message is clear. The message is clear that preparation's gone well. There will be nervousness, of course there'll be nervousness. We all know that. We've all had nervousness at certain stages of our life. None more so than there'll be in the Boreham Wood dressing room today. But I think you can, don't know, you look into their eyes sometimes and you see a little bit of steeliness and you see a bit of a glint there, and I don't know, you just feel as though coming here today there's something special is going to happen.
Can you smell it, Kev?
I can.
Can you?
Yeah. Hops and yeast.
Right.